We now return to Mega March.
Howdy, y'all. It's okay. Here's the context, everybody. I'm reading my teleprompter. you may remember me from such websites as Rockman Corner and my Twitter. I'm guest starring here today on Mega March with Coleman X and Twitch from Reploid REVO.
Hello.
Don't read the parts in parentheses.
I did a Patrick start.
We introduce ourselves.
Hi, everyone.
Take a bite.
So, since I think we've gone way off script, we're talking about Mega Man designs, but this episode is about a robot that is very dear to me, Proto Man. Now imagine Protodude said all that.
Yes.
Oh, we're off to a fantastic start. This is probably the this is like not even like a cold open or what. This is just we're dead on arrival. We're just
Everyone's already clicked away. It's just over.
No.
Oh, come back.
Wait.
This one's gonna be good. I promise.
This is a good one. I promise.
But yeah, we're doing Proto Man today. Since there's no Captain N Proto Man, we're just gonna focus on Ruby Spears. But you know, you can't not do Proto Man. You know, and we got Protodude with us, so
Yeah.
kind of have to.
This stuff writes itself.
Yeah, it's the red and the yellow scarf. It's
Beautiful.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, so, Proto Man couldn't be here for Captain N because they hadn't gotten that far, apparently. And,
They had Gamma, but they won't have Proto Man. Like, what are you doing?
yeah, I don't know how they managed to do that. Oh, you're right, they did cover a plot revolving around Mega Man 3. You know, that's a crazy thing. They made up Mega Girl instead of Roll, but they didn't think to add Proto... Like, how cool would it have been to have, like, an evil Proto Man? You know what they would have done, though? They would have taken Proto Man and they would have called him Nega Man.
Oh yeah.
Like, because he's evil.
Yeah.
They probably couldn't pick the wrong color they wanted it.
Exactly. Well, I don't know. I feel like he'd probably come out looking like this.
Oh.
Yeah, you're welcome for that. You can put
Oh no,
that on
it's
screen.
Bloto Man.
It's blues.
Oh. No, they just call him Bruce because they would look at the magazine.
They would
the
call
magazine
it
things from
Bruce.
back then.
They'd call him Bruce, or even worse, maybe they'd call him Reds.
Oh no! It's Bruce, my evil brother!
Yeah, I wanna. This is not Captain N, but it's along the lines of like Captain N stupidity. There's a number of old magazines when Mega Man 3 was coming out, and they were talking about like the plot for Mega Man 3. And I remember one golden line was something like, "Stop your evil brother, Bruce." And I'm like, wait a minute. The game's called Mega Man, and Bruce is the best you can come up with?
Well, it's blues.
It's blues, but they mistranslated it as Bruce, and they were... It's such like... It's like if you had, like a cat named Fluffy, and then you had, like, a cat named, like, Steven. It's like... It's just... Those are not names that, you know, they don't match. They're not clicking here. The gears aren't meshing.
Oh my.
See, I told you this would be a good one. I'm glad you didn't click away.
We're off to a great start, everybody.
We are.
Oh man. So I guess I'll take point. There's not too much different aside from the art style change. Like it's just the Buster and the underwear, and you know, there you go. But I really like how his
they
Buster
got rid of his
it has
shield.
Yeah, they got rid of his shield, but they gave him underwear. You know, it's even trade.
Yeah, I guess so. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna take my shield and I'm gonna turn it into metal underpants to protect what's most important.
You gotta protect the goods.
You do gotta protect the goods. He upgraded from a belt to underpants, so I guess
Chastity underpants.
Chastity underpants.
Rather than men in tights.
You know,
what was that line? A lot of women say I'm sickening, or whatever it is Proto Man says.
Something like that.
Go find that line. Put it in here.
You know, I find it really interesting that, you know, in the first episode it shows young Proto Man, I guess, and he's got the original design. You know, he's just got the belt and no underwear.
Yeah, it's very strange
then,
how they did that.
But I think in old concept art for Proto Man, it was the same way, and then they changed it to the underwear. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
So that might have been a last minute thing, and then that was just a remnant.
It's possible. I know that Proto Man's Buster in the show, ironically enough, kind of matches more like what his like final design would go through, but in a lot of the old art for Proto Man, it just didn't match up for some reason. It was very strange how that kind of worked out. But I mean, I don't know. I'd say that he's basically just meant to be a bad Mega Man.
Yeah.
And I think that also by giving him the, here's my toy brain going off, thinking about how everything was made to sell toys. They probably made him so close to Mega Man just so they could use the same mold again.
Exact same mold. Yeah.
Exact same mold, different colors, different paint, and then you just give it a different head.
Yeah.
You also give him a really crappy plastic scarf.
Plastic scarf, yeah.
Yeah.
But man, I love that in the show, not on the toy, but in the show, like he had that extra barrel on his Buster. I don't know, it looks more menacing.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just that little bit, and he's got the indented yellow thing instead of buttons like Mega Man does. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting how they they kind of got certain things right and certain things they took liberties with. One thing that I thought was fascinating is that Proto Man could copy weapons back in Ruby Spears before it was ever visible in any game. That's really cool that they did that, which totally makes sense because they're both built from like the same plans. They don't really emphasize that though. They just keep calling Mega Man and Proto Man brothers, but they never really like say why they're considered brothers. Which is something I'm only just now realizing as we discuss this. But in the first episode of Ruby Spears, Proto Man copies Gutsman's power and just gives him like a really big beefy arm.
Beef arm, yeah.
And he like punches Mega Man through like a wall with it. It was so cool. And they never did it again, and I don't know why. It would have been so cool to have seen him like copy boss weapons and use them against Mega Man in return.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna go on the assumption that like only one of them can copy it. Like once it's copied, it's just kind of gone. Because like when Cutman would get copied, he wouldn't throw his cutter anymore. He's like, no, now you've got my weapon, and he'd run away. So like, what if Mega Man he's like fighting Stone Man or something, and he knocks him down, but Proto Man's close enough, so he copies the power instead. And then Mega Man's like, oh man, I'm still in this fight, but with someone stronger, and he's got that weapon.
That's a good idea.
It could have made for some good writing to like have Proto Man be like, like you're not gonna copy my weapon this time, or like Mega Man goes to copy someone's weapon and the Robo Master is like, oh no, Mega Man's copying my weapon, but then Proto Man is already copied the weapon and he's gonna use it on Mega Man from behind. So like he used the Robo Masters as like bait or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Could be interesting. It'd be fun. Instead of that Mega Man goes to copy Pharaoh's weapon, and instead of Pharaoh punching him, it's just Proto Man.
Oh yeah, that would have been.
He just decks Mega Man from the side, and he's like, "Gotcha, loser."
Gotcha, bro.
Bro.
So the line was.
Yeah, bro.
The line was, hey, a lot of women find me disturbing.
Yes, a lot of women find me disturbing. Proto Man, what are you doing? Don't go around saying that. Not in today's social climate. It is that's gonna end very badly for you. Do you want to get canceled on Twitter?
Yeah, it's 20XX now. You can't do that.
It's the current XX. Come on. Yeah, Proto Man though, since we don't have too much to compare to in Captain N, I just want to riff on his. I shouldn't say riff. I mean, it is going to be a riff, I guess. On
riff
just his personality in the show. I just thought was like it's just when I think of Scott McNeil, I think of Proto Man. Like that's the character he played. He's just Proto Man again. Every time I see
he's Proto Man, but.
Yeah, Proto Man, but he's a robotic rat transformer. Proto Man, but he's a dinosaur with a bulletproof vest and a laser bazooka. Whatever it is that he did in the 90s. That's just how it worked. But I always thought he was so sassy and funny. Like, I could look back and just kind of laugh at like all the times he like snarkily says "bro." Like, it's just so funny. Bro, like, oh, he says it with such like, like you can hear the venom and Capri Sun in his voice. You know what I mean? Back when calling someone dude and bro was like, the new thing. It was cool to say that.
Capri Sun.
He's got Capri. That's what he drinks. Eddie gives him the glowing Capri Sun. I always wanted a drink that did that. I wasn't willing to crack glow sticks open to try that though.
Probably a good idea.
Probably not a good idea. Very bad drink. The forbidden drink.
I'm going to go YouTube this. See if someone actually...
What, drank a glow stick?
Oh yeah, they probably did.
Oh, I guarantee they did. I know for a fact people have, because they're just dumb. But
did they play the Mega Man theme song?
As they very heroically chug a Red Bull with glow stick juice in it. They go to a corner and vomit somewhere.
No, it has to be some idiot with a best friend named Eddie. It's like, Eddie, give me an energy can.
He drinks it out of like a bottle with like a rubber nipple on the end. Like that one episode.
Oh man!
Don't forget your energy cans, Mega Man. Oh my god! I brought it special just for you.
Whatever you say, bro.
Bro. How can anyone be manly while doing that? You can't be cool.
I don't know, he's still wearing sunglasses. He's cool to me.
That's true. He's got the sunglasses on. You can't. It's the rule of cool. If he's got the sunglasses on, anything he does is cool. It just works. It's just how it is.
Even sucking on glow sticks with a nipple.
Even that. I don't know how we got here, but here we are. We went from bro and Capri Sun to sucking on glow stick nipples.
Oh man!
What is
my face? I'm like crying.
What happened here?
Yeah.
The 90s, oh, they were a hoot, people. The 90s were great. The only thing, you know what it is? Proto Man. This is probably wrong, but when I think of Proto Man, I get like a very like Beastie Boys vibe. Like I feel like in the back of his head, he's just got the Beastie Boys playing all the time. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
that's
what was wrong with his guidance system.
Yeah, exactly. So you see, he was set to 80s when he should have been set to 90s. So he
interesting.
He started
Update
off.
the wiki.
Yeah, exactly. He woke up and had like Aha's Take on Me playing in his head, and he's just like, I'm gonna go destroy this wall because I have a broken guidance system. And then they forgot to switch it over. That's when Dr. Wily came and like fixed him up. And then he installed the Beastie Boys update, and like everywhere Proto Man goes is just
Beastie Boys update.
Yeah, the Beastie Boys update. Well, now don't you tell me to stop. You stick around and make a with yo wow. He's just going crazy on Mega Man. That's how it works.
Oh, in the end, that's why Zero went crazy. That was the patch. That was the W patch.
That was the Rage
stands
Against
for
the
Beastie
Machine
Boys.
patch.
The Weastie Boys.
Oh, the Weastie Boys. I thought he would have gotten like a Rage Against the Machine patch. He starts beating up Sigma, and it's like, you won't do what you tell me. That's what happened with him. Oh boy.
So you know what? Okay, I'm glad you said boy, because going back to the little boy Proto Man design.
Boy, yes.
You can see that he's got the Converse thing. Like there's a line, but it's not colored different.
Oh yeah.
And then when he's a big boy, he just doesn't have the Converse. Like
he
cool.
He put the Converse sneakers on.
Yeah, he's too cool for Converse.
Exactly.
You know what else is interesting? Like he's got like those like shoulder nuts, like they look like Mega Man Walnut.
Yeah,
I always thought that was interesting.
He looks like an action figure. He's got like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like a toy basically. It's kind of interesting how they kind of did that. What I thought was crazy is how violent he got. He just like get a really angry eyebrows and just smashes a wall. I'm like, why would you give this little boy that much power? What practical use does this have? Mega Man, I understand because he's got to go and fight evil, but Proto Man, like, come on. If he's just supposed to be a little boy robot that you're testing, like, why would you give him the ability to like just rip through like 6-inch steel?
Bruce, get back here!
Yeah, I would have loved it if they called him Bruce. Just one throwaway line, like when they called them Rock and Roll in the first episode and only the first episode. No, don't take rock and roll.
What was Dr. Wily? What was rock and roll?
It's the Beastie Boys up here. You gotta fight for your right to party. That's what he wants with rock and roll.
Oh.
It's all coming together now.
Yep, full circle.
That's great. Going back to Proto Man's personality for a minute. This is like a plug for a thing that I never did. I was trying to work on a Mega Man Abridged series back when that was like at its peak. And I called it an abridged, but it really wasn't an abridged because I was redubbing like entire episodes. Or I was trying to anyway. And our running gag for Proto Man is that he has no spoken lines. Everything is subtitled, and everything would be delivered as bro, and like he would punctuate sentences with bro. That was how he did bro, like just very clearly bro. That was my idea, and oh man, that's him. He always says bro, and he's always got these catch. I gotta say, Proto Man did have the best one-liners though in that show.
Oh yeah.
All the time, like a lot of women find me disturbing. Whatever turns you on, Wily. He used that twice actually. I wonder why
wanted to enforce it.
Yeah, I wonder why they used that line like twice though. One was whatever turns you on, Wily, and the other one was like whatever turns you on, Dr. Wily. Like it's just kind of strange that they used it twice.
It's he repeatedly walked in on him.
Oh no!
Something up.
Oh no!
Oh, whatever turns you on, Doc.
Yeah, he just none of my business. A second pair of shades come down over his eyes. Ooh, did not need to see that today.
It's the only time teleportation is used in this.
Yeah, he just
nope.
He just throws up a piece and just teleports out.
Yep.
Oh man.
No, he does like that one gif of that kid disappearing.
Exactly. He throws up the piece and vanishes. He's like, okay. I'm gonna go join Dr. Light now. Oh goodness. I kind of wish that they gave him his shield. I really wonder what happened with that. Like why they decided to get rid of it.
Too much to draw.
Maybe, but like you'd think it would have appeared in at least one episode, and you could just have it show up, and then it gets destroyed, or I don't know, something.
Yeah, well, there was one episode that he used Gutsman's like disembodied arm as a shield, so that's
that's the same thing, definitely. I can see how those two things would be similar. One is an indestructible shield taken from a Xeon goof, and the other one is or Gelgoog, whatever the mobile suit is. And the other one is just Gutsman's disembodied arm.
Hey, it's red.
Very similar. I can see where those two things would where those two things meet up.
Shut up.
Yeah, I know. You know another thing? I'm surprised they didn't employ Proto Man's shield. Like, not shield. I said shield. I was gonna say face mask. Shut up.
Oh man.
They didn't make him. They didn't make him into Breakman ever.
The Breakman one, yeah.
You'd think that would be easier to animate because you could just have a thing go like zoop, like Beautiful Joe style over his mouth, and then just have him just not speak. Or if he does speak, you don't have to animate the eyes or the mouth or anything. Like there's looking back, there were so many times where I'm like, if they had just done this, not only would it have been a nice nod to the games, but it would have saved on animation. Like,
Mega Man, I'm here to kill you, bro.
You think the robot's your ally?
I was born in Megalopolis. Or Monsteropolis.
Monsteropolis.
Molded by it.
Sharp. Very disturbing.
By the time I saw the tank, I was already a man. A Proto Man.
I am no longer the one they call Bruce, Mega Man.
Oh man.
Terrible. We were thinking back to Captain N, and we were looking at some of their boss designs, like for the Robot Masters, and I'm like, if they had just kept this to look like the actual Mega Man version, it would have saved them a bunch of money on animation because there's fewer lines.
Oh yeah.
Like
so many. Like
Metal Man was like the worst
Good
offender.
Lord.
Metal Man went from a Robot Master to like a Gundam, and it's like, why would you turn him into this? You would have saved yourself a ton of headache if you had not done that, but, you know, what did they know? But you know what it is? They didn't have people like us to point these things out to them at the time. I feel like nowadays, and you can kind of see this in Fully Charged, I feel like people who work on Mega Man media have like a pulse on like the fandom a little better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, Fully Charged was still kind of like out there in terms of what they were going for, I guess, but you know, they did a decent job. But what I loved about it was that there were so many like Mega Man fandom jokes sprinkled throughout the show. It's almost like they were screaming, like, "We know about this. We know we're one of you." You know, like they were putting it in there, like all the museum episode, especially with all the memes in the background and pictures of various characters who, you know, should not technically exist yet, like Mega Man 00, you know, only instead of dashing with a handgun, he's holding like a megaphone or something.
Yeah.
And Roll was the president, apparently. There's like a presidential portrait of someone who looks just like Roll in like a suit. It's very strange, but I feel like they were definitely trying to like let everyone know, like, hey, you know, we know these things too, you know, so I feel like if they ever decide to try to do more Mega Man media, especially like Archie Comics is a great example of really knowing the fandom. If they ever did another cartoon, or hopefully in the movie adaptation, they have a pulse on the fandom, I hope that they, you know, they listen to people, you know, like Protodude and other prominent members of the community who like know, I don't want to say know what's best, but know what not to do, and like, you know, what people would respond positively to. I really hope they kind of take that to heart and listen to us, because, you know, we are fans, but we are also not a boardroom of Hollywood executives. You know?
Right, yeah.
And I feel like if you're gonna make a piece of media to appeal to a fan base, you should appeal to that fan base as opposed to going off and doing what, you know, a focus study tells you, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you know, on that note...
I'm still calling for the live-action movie to be like the European box art B-movie style.
If they did that, I'd be so on board for it. Like,
oh, it was so great.
I don't think they will, because I don't think they have the foresight to understand that we would want that. Because
like the Mega Man 9 and 10 box art, it's like they understood the joke, you know, they were in on it. Yeah. So if they can be that self-aware, then it could be pretty cool.
What I'm scared of the Mega Man movie becoming, I know that we're hijacking this episode, by the way. Sorry, Proto Man. We're talking about the movie right now.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. I feel like the Mega Man movie, just based on my current understanding of how Hollywood likes to do things, it's either going to be the Woody Woodpecker movie or it's going to be Spy Kids. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be one of those two things, and neither of them sound very appealing to me. So I hope when they say live action, what they really mean is like CGI, but I don't think that's what they mean at all. I think they actually mean live action, and I'm not looking forward to it. Another thing is that if you do a live action movie, let's say you get like an actual kid to play Mega Man, you know, like, you know, appropriately, because Mega Man's like a kid. When that kid grows up, he can't be Mega Man anymore, so you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot as far as sequels go. So
go right into X.
That's possible.
Yeah.
I personally think they should do CG or animated, any kind of animated version of this, because then not only all you got to do is pay voice talent, which you can get much more mileage out of. But also, if you wanted to do sequels, you can kind of squeeze more merchandise out of it. Like, you can have a sequel with, like, each set of Robot Masters. So the first one could be, like, the first 6, the next one could be the next 8, and so on and so forth. And you can get a whole lot more out of it versus doing, like, a live-action movie where you're limited in how many times you can, recycle the concept.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they will do something good with it. I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence, unfortunately, but, here's hoping that they listen to what the fans are screaming at them. Like, please don't screw this up. And,
Yeah.
hopefully, so make your voices heard, everyone.
Maybe they'll stumble onto this.
Maybe they will. If you're listening, Capcom and/or Hollywood executive, please, we're begging you, treat the series with some reverence and respect. All people have been begging for the last couple of years now, I'm gonna say like almost like 2 decades, is just a faithful adaptation of the games and its content without radically skewing off into a different direction. Don't get me wrong, we love Ruby Spears, but that is not a game faithful adaptation of Mega Man. It's great. It's a great show, but I don't think you're ever going to capture that again. Fully Charged, another decent show, but still not really what we're looking for. So please, if you're gonna appeal to a niche audience, appeal to the niche audience. Go all in. There's more of us out there than you think. I don't know. That's my thoughts. That's all I got to say on the subject.
It's very well said.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Any other closing thoughts on Proto Man? Anything like that? Anything more you want to add?
Proto Man wore a sexy red bra in that one episode. That was kind of cool.
He did. Go put that frame on screen. I'm never gonna forgive you now that I know that's there.
Hey, I said it looked cool.
Yeah.
Use the word sexy.
That's true. It's a cool red bra.
Bro. Cool red bro.
Cool red bro. A cool red bro wears a cool red bra.
Oh, it's a bro bra.
A bro bra. Isn't that just called the bro? Was that on an episode of Seinfeld?
Oh, I think so.
We're showing our age by talking about this. The man's ear. I thought it was called the bro.
The man's ear, yeah. I don't know, but
go watch Seinfeld, everybody.
Yeah, Proto Man would call it the bro bra.
The bro. Yeah, or something like the bot bra. The bro
you like
bot.
My new bra, bro?
There's two. I'm getting tongue tied trying to juggle all these B words over here. Bro bot bra bro. Broken.
This is literally becoming the B movie.
Oh, it
because
is
it's nothing but B.
Oh, we
Just
gotta stop.
the Ray Liotta.
Anyways, I think
Proto Man looks great.
Proto Man looks good. We like him in Ruby Spears. He's basically just a red Mega Man, but that's okay. He's sassy. He's got cool sunglasses. Got the badass scarf. Watch Ruby Spears again. Everyone, please go watch Ruby Spears. We love it. And I don't know, leave your comments down below. Are there any other versions of Proto Man that you think are super cool? Be it EXE or the, what was the pachinko game? Was it Rockman Access?
Rockman Ability.
Rockman Ability. Do you like that version of Proto Man? What do you guys think? Tell us about your favorite version of Proto Man. And do you have any favorite Proto Man one-liners from Ruby Spears Mega Man? Because, man, he does have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
You can't say I knew you'd risk yourself for President Lincoln. We already know that one. Come on.
No, how about just one person can say it, but everybody has to read all the comments.
Yes.
Make
Okay.
sure
What exactly one person is allowed to say? Oh no, he's gonna blast President Lincoln. So
whoever comments it first, I'll pin it at the top.
there you go. Okay, so get to it, guys. Alrighty. So I think that about wraps it up for this episode. We do thank you for joining us. My name is Twitch. We are joined again by Protodude.
Hello.
No, the opposite. The opposite,
Yes.
Protodude.
Goodbye. Don't forget to check me out on my little corner of the internet, Rockman Corner.
Yes.
Or you can find me on Twitter, Protodude.
Yes, go follow him on Twitter. He is an excellent source of news information and has a wonderful sense of humor. You will not regret it. Go check out, if you have a chance, go check out his Patreon. Dude does a lot of really good stuff. And he's helping to preserve Mega Man history, and it's up to us to preserve Mega Man history. So go.
No one else is gonna.
No one else is gonna. It's up to us. We have the power to do it. We are each our own little version of Mega Man out there, preserving Mega Man history, keeping the culture alive. So get out there and put on your blue helmets and get it done. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and I guess we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
See ya.